So welcome back to IGCSE ICT paper. We will be carrying on with the database for paper 2-1, May-June 2023. So we stop with the task 2 or task 3. So task 3 says you're going now to prepare some reports. Examine this result CSV file and identify the most appropriate field to set as primary key and close this file. Okay, that's important to close it after that. So let me just close unnecessary files. Okay, so I have here results. So let me check. Here's the results. Let's open it first and then make sure you're closing it, because it will have trouble later if we're trying to export or import this file. First thing, try to click here and double click between any columns. It's going to adjust the data. And let's look over here. We're having start code. And then we're having last name, first name, race number. We have club name, cat code, year of birth, race, time, status, event, and cat ranking or category ranking. Okay, this, for the first while, this will look to you that it's supposed to be the primary key. But let's apply one thing. Let's go to conditional formatting, highlight, and I'm highlighting over the first column. Go to the conditional formatting and apply, go and select duplicate values. Okay, it says that the values that are duplicated, we're supposed to put it in the light red. So let's check it. You can see those are all duplicated values. Just take one value, copy it, and search for it. You're going to find it replicated many times. So I'm just going to do the opposite thing. I'm going to go to the duplicate value. I'm going to choose oppositely unique value. You will find that there is no unique value at all. So totally no for this. For the last name, first name, definitely no. Race number, here I have to think about it. Let me check also. Again, go to the next, to the duplicate value, and let's check it. Seems this one is good. There is no duplicate values. Just check them all. Okay, looks this one is great as a primary key. Let me one more time check it. And this time, okay, that means it's okay. Let me just check for the unique. You can see those are all unique values. That's good, perfect. Let me see for the category, no. The year of birth also no. Race, time, definitely no. Status, no. Event ranking, I don't think so. That's going to be okay. Cat rank also. All right, anyway, I think that's the best thing because it's a number and it is also a unique number. One thing, let me apply it also for this one and check it. No. This one also, let me check it. Definitely no. All right, so we decided that the race number is going to be our primary key. Make sure you're closing the file. And right now, let's start. First, let me follow with paper. Examine is done. So using the database software, import this results file. So, okay, let's start with the Access. First thing you need to do in Access, make sure that you're saving it in the right location. So I'm going to click on the blank one. That's the very important step to do it. Many students forget to put their file into the workspace or work area. So make sure you're saving it into the right place. Wherever you're saving all of your files, just go and save it over there. And you can name it whatever you like. I'm just going to give it default name and create it in that place over here. Okay. Right now, I need to import that file. So you need to go to external data, new data source from file, text, file. Browse and go to that location and select that result CSV file. Click on next. Just make sure your first row contains the field names. That's an important step. Okay. Next, here comes to the primary key. So we decided that the race number is going to be our primary key. Next, did they mention with specific name to save it? No. Just click on next. All right, let me check it. Is there any issues? looks great. My primary key is also a raised number. Okay, for the next part, use these field names and data types. Okay, so I forgot this part. We should do it before we export or finish exporting the file. So let me delete it and let me redo it again quickly. So create, external, and then from file, text file, I need to import the same file, CSV. Next, first row, primary key. This is my primary key. And before I click on finish, let's go to advanced. And here I need to do the comparison. So first three fields supposed to be text, short text, great. The raised number is supposed to be number with 0 decimal places. So that's long integer, and later we can set it to 0, or I just can make it integer. The next one, it's supposed to be club name, text, and the category code also text. Date time, that's supposed to be with this format. I'm just going to keep it long integer, and then date format supposed to be with hour, minutes, and seconds. So that's going to be, we have to set it up later. So for right now, leave it up over here. And status, we need to make sure the status is sure text as well. Event ranking is number with 0 decimal, so just keep it as it is. Okay, that's all. Just click on finish. I think the first one was also fine, nothing we changed over here. Right now we're going to change. So let's keep it next to each other like this, and then we can make the changes. Okay, so let's go to the raised number. Raised number, it's supposed to be number with 0 decimal places. You can see here it is auto, so just choose 0. Okay, the year of birth, it's supposed to be 0 decimal place as well. Next one, it's supposed to be date time. So date time, I need it to be in hour, minutes format. I'm just going to put the exact format, so you just can type it over here, or if you cannot, you can choose it from here. Looks like this one. Or if you cannot find it, you just can put it as you can see over here. Let me just make sure it is working. Perfect, it's working greatly. You can see the race time over here. Even if you choose the long one, the long time, it's supposed to work the same way. Just let me have a look. Yes, it's working, but you can see here the AM and PM thing, so just going to keep it as it was. Status, text, nothing to change. The last two is supposed to be 0 decimal places, so just go to the decimal place and choose 0. Okay, great, that's it. Right click and save it, and then you can get it right now. Okay, the next question, or the rest of the question, set the identified field as a primary already selected, save it, and place in your evident document screenshot showing the field names, data type, and primary key used in the table. That's pretty easy. We're just going to click on design view, and that's what you want. Here is your primary key, so that's it. Just take a screenshot for this one. That's supposed to be our third screenshot. Is that step 15? Yes, that's our step 15. Just not to be lost, you can follow or track your steps. Great, let's go to the next point. So question number 16. We need to import a start time CSV file into our database, and we need to use the following fields. So, okay, let's go to external, and then to file and text file. We need to browse to our start times. Is that the correct file? I guess so, yes, start times, this one. Click on OK. And then next, make sure that it contains, as you can see here, it contains headers, so make sure to activate this point. Next, next, and then the primary key. Did they mention about the primary key? Yes, over here. So set it as the group code. So that's going to be the group code, and then go to advanced, and let's compare these points. So first 4 fields supposed to be text. They already said text, and then there's supposed to be date time, and it's already daytime. We just need to apply it to be hour, minutes, and seconds. We can do this in later. Finish. We just need to go and to apply this format to it. So it's over here. Let me have a look to it. Perfect, it's working. So place in your evidence document screenshot showing the field names, data types, and those primary keys. So we're going to do this one, take a screenshot. And as this is step number 16, so make sure you're following the right track. Okay, next question is 17. Import another CSV file, which is called category codes or cat code, as a new table in your database, and set all your data types to text. So make sure you're reading every single thing in your question paper. If you skip this, then it might give you trouble later. So set every data type to be text, and your primary key is going to be cat code. So let's go and do this. External from file is going to be cat code. Yes. Next, activate this one. Primary key is going to be cat code. Advanced. So let's check right now. They said everything, all the data types supposed to be text. So you can see everything is already set to text, and click on finish. Taking the screenshot right now. If you would like to also close these unnecessary tabs while you're taking the screenshot, that's also okay. Otherwise, just leave it. Okay, for the next question, number 18, I think I'm done with everything. Place in the evidence document, primary key, that's already all done. Here, primary key, here also mentioned, and also here mentioned. Okay, create one-to-many relationship, and it's supposed to be between group code field and start code field. This is from the result, and this is from start time table. Another table is going to be also cat code from cat code table, and another one is the cat code field with the results table. Okay, so to apply the relationship, you may go to the database tools and then click on relationship. Over here you're going to get the tables, so let's double click on them, and let's start to make the relationships right now. So it's between group code of start time and result. Start code and okay, result and start time, these two. So I have to get the group code. Okay, this one is the group code, and this one is from results, should be start code. This and these two. So you can just drag it from any side to the opposite side. And is there please any integrity or something? Okay, nothing is mentioned, so let's just click on create. No, I need to make sure that it is. So let me enforce. Okay, that looks good. as it is one-to-many relationship, so we need to enforce it. And the next point is, okay, so the next one is the cat code from both tables. Okay, so cat code from here and cat code from here, just drag it from any side to the opposite side, and as it is, okay, that's looking good. Save it and let's check for the next point. Place in your evidence document screenshot showing one-to-many relationship between the three tables. So what we can do, we have to make so many screenshots that's related with question number 18. So let's take the screenshot for the first one. Okay, that's the first one. Let's go and place it in over here. Let's take another one to make sure of these two relationships. So that's the first one. You can do it like this. Okay, let me keep a space here so it can be differentiated. And the last one is between this and this. I'm just going to place it over here and take a screen capture. Okay, perfect. Let's go for the next point, or I can just, put it next to each other like this. That looks great. Okay, for the next one, question number 19, add the following as a record in the results table. So it's better to keep it next to each other to add them. Okay, we need to add it in the results table. So I'm going to open the results table and we need to add it as a new record. So you need to click over new record and you can see the number got increased. So H, make sure of capital letter, every spelling, don't make any mistake. So HC capital and then 06. The last name is Wardle. Basil. Don't copy and paste because in your exam the paper is not going to be a PDF file, it's going to be just a real A4 paper. So better just to train yourself to type it. Power, cycles. You can notice that the capitals should be maintained of cycles and power. And then this is C, capital 5. I have 1992. And then the time, I have to be very careful here, 01, 25, and 13. Fin, 122, and 68. Okay, great. So it got increased the total number of records, 441. Let's go for the next point. Check your data entry from errors and save the data. No, screen capture. Okay, question number 2, right? 20. Right now we're starting the real queries. So using fields from the results and start table. So I need result table, I need the start tables. Produce a tabular report that selects the records where group code is HC00, the year of birth is 1975 or later, that means greater than or equal to, and show according to this order, and do not group it and with the labels in full and sort it according to the descending order of year of birth. And the orientation is supposed to be portrait, fits on a single page and includes the title, this one, fully visible at the top of the page, and calculate the number of records. Okay, we will check the rest later. For right now, let's add the first following points. Okay, so select this 2 records. I'm going to expand this. Let's close it and let's go right now to create and click on query. Okay, I have 2 main tables, start and results. So I'm just going to click on results and start. So double click right now on these groups that is needed in this order. So I'm going to add this. So let's start with group code. So group code. Where's group code? Yes, over here. Group code, last name, first name, and your last name, first name, year of birth, status, race, is that the race time? Yes, race time and event. So race time, let me delete this so I can see. Yes, race time and event rank. With the data labels displayed in full. Let me check it. Like you can see here later what they mean. This is supposed to be showing in the report card fully. Okay, that's done. The first point. Right now let's apply this. So select the records where the group code is equal to HC00. So where's the group code? Here's the group code. So as you can see here right now we have how many records? Fully 441. So let's apply the first criteria, which is supposed to be equal to this one. You can get only 40 record right now out of 441. The year of birth is supposed to be 19 or higher than 1975. So let's go to the year of birth and let's say it's supposed to be greater than or equal to 1995, and let's check it. It reduced from 40 to 32. And check the year of birth. There are more than 75 supposed to be. So yeah, right, 75 itself is also included. Okay, for the next point, right now I need to sort the data in the descending order. I can do this in 2 ways. Either I can just go to my query over here and I can do the sorting. Okay, we can apply it. One thing is from here, ascending, descending, but this is not for sure going to work at the end in the report card. So we're going to apply this later in a while. So let me follow the questions. We're done with this as well. Okay, and then let's go right now to the creating the report card right now. So let's save this as step 20. Okay, and right now let's go and create the report card. We're going to create a report card based on this query. You can click on report wizard. So select your query and add all of those queries that we selected or all of those fields. We don't need to, this is what do you want to view? No. Do I need it like this? Okay, that way is better. This way is better. And then you want to group it. Clearly they mention not to group your data. Okay, over here we better apply it. So again, over here you can also apply it, and there is a third method from the report card itself. So I need to make sure the data is descending depending on the year of birth. This is ascending, this will be descending depending on the year of birth. Next, it's supposed to be tabular, so select it to be tabular, and it needs to be appeared on portrait page. So orientation is supposed to be left portrait, and then click on next. The name, let's just keep the name ahead. Okay, great. So I have some of the points that I need to make sure fit is see the it changed the field, so I need to adjust the field. That should take a while, so let's try to adjust them. We can go, the best ways to adjust is to go to the layout view. I need to make it with this order, so group code, last name. So group code, that's supposed to be over here to the left side first, and year of birth supposed to be, I guess, at the end. Make sure the labels are showing fully, and then last name, first name. Whenever you're selecting, make sure you're selecting both the content and the header together. To do so, you need to press on Control on the keyboard and select it, so it's better for adjustment. So last name, first name, then I have year of birth and status. Where did year of birth went? Okay, I think it's just hidden with this one. Where did it go? Okay, let's just bring it back here. Let me adjust this back. If you're having enough space, let's say for this one, to try to reduce it a bit. I'm not sure will I have enough space later or no. And then status and race time. Status. Here there is a lot of mess happening. So race time, and finally event rank. Event rank, I need to expand it. Okay, but I'm a bit here, I feel there's lots of space, so I think I can move it to the left a bit more. This looks much better and according to my order. Alright, that's great. Make sure just everything is visible. Let's go to the next point. So done with this one. Okay, let me make sure just about this point. Always make sure of your ascending and descending order. So this is supposed to be descending, so from larger to the smallest values. That looks fine. Otherwise, you can adjust it from here again if it is not working. Just make sure of it. Don't waste your time redoing it again. It's supposed to fit on one single page, and it includes only the title. This title is displayed and in font that is large size and fully visible at the top of the page. Let's just try to increase it a bit more. Okay. That needs to be just one single page, and then okay, after that we need to calculate the number of database records shown in this report and places this at the end. So we need to calculate the number of database records and place this at the end of the report, fully visible and formatted to 0 place. Okay, all right, let's go right now to the design view. And then we can just choose any of them. Just let me get back again to the question. It says we need to calculate the number of the records, and then we need to position it with this label. This label is supposed to be on the left of this value. So, okay. So to calculate the total number of records, or the number of the records, we just simply can use any of the contents here. Right click and then click on total. And you can count those records. Okay, let me see. Count all. No, I don't want to count all. I just am going to select count those values. That will be more accurate. Yes, that's perfect. And right now I need to place the label on the left side of this value. So here are the labels. just draw it on the left side and type the number of cyclists. To look much better and adjust it, always go to the layout view. This will give you a better idea where it is located. They say just at the bottom of here, so this place looks okay. Okay, that looks great. And then let's go to the design view. It looks a bit of mess here, so I think I better just okay, this is just needed for the screenshot because I'm going to need a screenshot right now in a while and then adjust it back again. One thing also needed is your name, center number, and candidate number on the report card. So we can just add it over here. Let's take the label and we can add it at the, I'm going to remove this one or just do, yeah, can remove this one. Going to type the name, center number, and your candidate number. Okay, the last thing we need to take is the screenshot. Last thing is place in the evident document the screenshot of those calculated numbers. So just take a screen capture of this and go to that step number 20 and place it over here. Okay, for the next one, just before that, because you will need to view it properly. So let me, okay, that looks good, but let me maybe what I can do, I can make it to the left alignment so it looks closer to it. Perfect. Okay, that's good. So even in design view, it will look neat and clean. Great. I'm just going to save it and let's move to the next point. Save and print your report. So that's the point that we're going to do it. So after all, just go to the print preview, and if you're sure of it, just print it out. And then go to the print over here and print it out. Okay, that's it. Let's go for the next question. For the next question, question 21, using fields from the result and CAD codes table. So again, I have this table and I will need this table as well. So produce a tabular report. Tabular report, we need to select the records where. So tabular record is needed. And I need to select the records where club name, excuse me. So after the break time, so let's see, I have already highlighted the important points. So the first thing, let's get those two tables. Let's go to create and click on query design, and let's get the two tables, results and CAD code. We need to get it in this order, so let's click over this race number, first name, last name, race number, first name, last name. And then we have CAD rank, club name, CAD rank. And club name. Category and status. Time per kilometer is a new table or new field we need to create it, and then race time in this order. So over here we need to create a new table which is in this step, time per kilometer. Let me first create it. Time per kilometer. Okay, in this field we need to have race time divided by the race distance of 50 kilometers. So that's perfectly easy. What you will do here is you're going to put the race time field. So whenever you put any field, put the square brackets and then put the exact name of the field, which is right now race time. And then divided by 50 kilometer, just the number 50. And the last field is supposed to be the race time. So race time over here. One thing at the end, we will need to adjust this and make it looks like this format, hour, minutes and seconds. So we're going to do this. We just can do it right now here. Click on properties and go over here in format and put it as this format. Let's click on run and let's check it. Yeah, that's the format I wanted, and all the fields are correct as I want them. Okay, I'm done with this step. I'm just going to remove whatever I'm done. I'm going to keep this because I need it later. Ascending, descending, I need to still do it. So let's go to this step. So select the records where the club name includes the text power. Make sure you're caring about what it is written. They said not only power, but include the word power. So whenever it is including some text, you need to be careful how to use it. So here we're going to use club name. So where's the club name? Over here. So as it is including the word power, so it needs to be between the stars. This is a wildcard. So it's going to include, if you run it, you will notice right now that it is including the word power. For the next point is the status. It should not include DNF or DNS. So anything with DNS or DNF, it should not be included. So to do this, let's go to status and let's put not equal. Not equal sign is larger than and less than over here. DNF and not equal to DNS. Yes. Okay, let's run this one. We will get less number of records. Okay, those are the two main conditions. Okay, for the rest of the point, right now let's save it. This is step 21. Save as step 21. And let's right now go and create the report. So based on step 21, import all of the fields. And no grouping. And let's make sure according ascending order for the club name. So that will be ascending order first for the club name. And second thing, it's supposed to be also ascending order of the cat rank. So ascending order of the cat rank. Next one, it's supposed to be tabular. And so it is tabular, and orientation supposed to be landscape. Let me put the name. And finish it. Okay, that's it in the landscape. So I'm going to remove that point. This point also done. Okay, let's get right now back again to the order. Is it in the same order, starting with the race name? Nope, it's not in that order. So let's make sure of the order again. So okay, here make sure that you're not cutting any of the names. So I tried to reduce the size, but just make sure nothing is cut. Okay, I have category done. The name I reduced it. Time. That's already fitting, I think, perfectly. And the last field was the race time. Okay, let me just make sure race number. So where is race number? Here's the race number. I need it to go to the left side. I need first name and last name to be followed. So can you move a bit, Mr. Club? So race name, let me make it to the left side. And then I have the first name and the last name. After last name, we have the cat rank. And then the club name and the category. Club name, category. Category. Status. Time per kilometer. And finally is the race time. Okay, just final touch, final adjustment. So for the spaces to be enough for all the fields and look perfect. There's too much crowd over here, but here it's quite okay, so I need to move a bit more to the right side. Okay, perfect. Right now it looks better. I just make sure everything is visible. Okay, over here I have an issue. Okay, let's move to the next point. So I'm done with arranging, and then do not group, ascending, descending issue. Let's check them. Are they okay right now? So ascending order of the club name. So where's the club name? So it is ascending. And then part of the ascending, I need to make sure that category ranking is also ascending. So let's check for this one. Category is also supposed to be ascending, but it doesn't seems to me that it is. No, cat rank. Okay, yes, it is ascending. So if you notice over here that this category also ascending inside this category. For the next point, it's supposed to fit on a single wide page. So this will be visible at the time we're going to do printing. And let's check with print preview. This on one wide page. Yes, that's one wide page. What they mean by one wide page is the columns all fitting into one width of one paper, like starting from race till the race time. Includes only the title, so I think the title is clear. The font also quite large, so if you want to increase it, you may also increase the font a bit. And the last point is You have your name, center number, and candidate number in the footer of the report, so it appears on every single page. That point is very important. As you go to the design view, you will notice there is a page footer and there is a report footer. Whenever you put something on the page footer, it's going to be repeated on all the other pages. In our case, we have 2 pages, so it's going to be showing on both pages. If you put it on the report footer, it's going to appear only on the last page. So we want the name and candidate number and center number to appear on every page, so just take the label and you may put it here on the footer. So Nuha, and put your center number and your candidate number. Just let me make sure it is looking fine. Okay. Perfect. And place in the evidence document a screenshot showing the database search criteria used for the records of status for not to include DNF and DNS. Let me just final check the record. Yes, it's all fine, and let's take the screenshot for it's going to be in the criteria over here, this one. Let's take a screen capture. We may just take for this one, or you just can take it for like this and then place it in this 21 step. It's wrong, I cannot. Okay, for the next point, save your report and print it. So save it and then just go to the print preview, and then if you're sure, and then after that print it out. That's all for this paper, and see you in the next paper.